So you should always have cash. Like this car coming with no, this truck coming, no headlights on, you can't see them. And that's how accidents happen. But whenever you have an emergency, you got to adapt. You got to have a second credit card. You got to have cash. So I'm just showing you real life. And that's what this is about. Real life out here, really being involved. So once traffic clears, I'm going to be able to turn on my blinker, put it in drive. But whenever emergencies happen, you just got to calm down a second. You just have to be patient. I'm turning off my four-ways. I'm looking over my shoulder, the car's in drive. And then I'm going to roll off, right? Whenever there's emergency, you want to go in the nearest lane. All right, so I'm back on the road. Thank God I had additional cash. You always have to have extra money on you. A credit card might get declined. You might use more fuel than you think you need. Always have extra just in case. I was driving a client, the car broke down. We had to walk a couple of miles. Breakdowns do happen. So you got to be prepared. You got to have the proper coat on. It's late fall in the Midwest. You got to have an additional coat, some shoes in the back, hat, gloves. I know all of you are grown, right? All of you are all grown up. You don't need to listen to your uncle. You don't need to listen to your mom and dad. But when your car breaks down and you're going to be stranded, you're going to be thanking me, man, I froze. I'm glad I listened to him, right? So we're going to be getting on the expressway. We're going to be getting some major traffic. And I'm going to walk you through this. So I'm in the outside lane, blinkers on. And I want to stay all the way to the left, and I want to go in really easy, right? And I think you got to have a purpose. If you're trying to learn to drive, this is for you. I'm going to walk you through the process, and then I'm going to show you something. There's one of those fly cameras. You saw that. Okay, we need to talk about that. Okay, they're here. They're gathering our personal information, whether we want to or not. Okay, what I'm going to do is get over to all the way to the left. I'm going to show you because no one wants to be behind this semi truck. Okay, so we're going to come up and stop. People run lights. See this car running a light. And in real life, you might have to push the gas and get all the way over. I know you hear that motor, right? My blinkers on, I'm getting all the way over. I'm showing you real life. I see the silver Ram 1500. I see another car speeding. People are just here drag racing in the morning. Okay, you see this car? They're getting ready to cut me off. That's one of those e-vehicles. I can't mess with that. Okay, I'm trying to get here. There's always someone faster. So I decided to decline. That car is faster than mine. But that's how races happen. That's how accidents happen. Okay, that thing has got so much torque. Also, that thing is like $80,000. No one can afford those types of vehicles. So we're on the ramp. This is a limited access. You take a ramp to get on the freeway, take a ramp to get off. And then we're going to have a lot of trucks who are carrying fuel, cars, you know, to help society. So my blinkers on. And I'm going to show you. I'm looking over my shoulder. I got out here. I know you see that semi truck in that back mirror. All right. I'm going to get out here. I'm going to get up to speed. People are flying out here. I'm about 75 miles an hour, and I'm not even keeping up with cars. This is ridiculous. So I'm trying to settle down. We're in the middle lane right now. It's not super heavy traffic, but it's about to be in a few minutes. So I'm trying to settle down, and electrical vehicles are here. It's not just Tesla, but also General Motors, and we want to pray for those workers. They're laying off people right now, partially because of the Trump administration, the Republicans, but I'm a middle class about American economic activity, and any business deal that helps America and helps other countries, I'm with that, right? And I know we need to protect our stuff, and I get that, but we don't want people laid off and can't pay their bills, right? So we're in the left lane. I really can't see around this truck, so I don't feel as comfortable as I normally would. So eventually I'm gonna change lanes. This person needs to be over to the right, okay? So I'm not trying to crowd them. but we can't really play. And if you don't want to drive faster, don't be in the left lane. But eventually, I'm going to get around them. So we're going to keep moving, but I don't want to cut off this semi-truck. Oh, they heard me. They got over. Thank you, bro. Real talk, man. Get that crap over. So I'm lifting my foot a little bit. I don't want to roll up on this Maverick too hard. And I'm at about 75 miles an hour. Had a question. I'm in a SUV, so it's taller, and I can see more, but also this does have a higher center of gravity. You can tell by the video. If you're enjoying this, give us a thumbs up. So we're at about 75 miles an hour. Traffic's moving okay, but I see some brake lights. An electric vehicle just like cut me off because they hit more torque and horsepower. This thing maybe has 350. I think it's got 600 foot-pounds of torque. Can't mess with that. And you know, in the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to have more electrical vehicles. They're going to be coming into fruition, and they're going to be affordable. The Lucid Air gets about 430 miles of range, but it costs over $85,000. And when you're in heavy traffic, you're always monitoring everything. You're always looking for cars that are going too slow or too fast. Right now we're about 72 miles an hour. It's real smooth, and I'm just trying to keep my space. I'm not trying to tailgate. Really am not. Thank you for the thumbs up. When you're learning how to drive, you want to just be as smooth as possible. There are drivers who are very aggressive, cutting cars off, tailgating, road raging. There are people who are driving slower, under the speed. I'm kind of in the middle. I drive up to speed, sometimes a little bit faster. I'm not an aggressive tailgater, but I'm trying to get where I'm going safely, and I'm not going to put my life or other drivers' lives in danger, because we all have to share the HTS. What type of drivers are you guys who are watching this right now? We're at about 75 miles an hour. Things are moving okay. And what had happened at McDonald's, my car got declined, so I had some cash in my suitcase, so I had to get cash. Luckily, the manager was very nice and knows me, and they took care of me. So it's nice to go to your same place. Now, I normally don't do this. I'm going to make a lane change, and I'm going to get all the way over to the inside lane, and I'm going to pass some of this traffic. You see me going around. That's what these cars should be doing. They should be getting over, passing traffic, and just moving through. So I have an open lane. I'm about 75 miles an hour. Okay. And sometimes you need to be able to get through traffic smoothly. And I'm trying to take my time because this curve is really tight. The centrifugal force is pulling me. And we're on the I-94 corridor. It's very windy today. The temperature is 49 degrees. This car has about 21,000 miles, so it's still relatively new. And I got to get over because this truck here is not going to change lanes. I'm trying to move safely through traffic. Don't hang around gravel trucks. Our windshield got broken. And oh, you see all this debris? See this rope coming out? That's scary. That's Final Destination right there. So I don't want to be around them because I don't know if something's going to come out. And I'm going to get over. This guy saw me. So I was clearly over there. So I'm lifting my foot, and I'm really trying to stay away from other vehicles, not trying to tailgate. I'm trying to be smooth. There's that electric vehicle that dogged me out, so I can't mess with them. right? Yep, they got that customized plate. We're about 75 miles an hour. And I'm holding onto the wheel pretty good. A lot of people wait till the last second to get over. This road takes us out of the country. And if you just get over earlier, it facilitates their smoother flow of traffic. We're in the left lane. You can tell by the double. You see all these brake lights. Don't want to mess with all this. People wait till the last second. Just get over earlier. Moving pretty good. We're about 73. So the flow goes from 77 to 73 to 69. And if you use the left lane for a passing lane, we're moving pretty good. I'm just scanning. Good morning. Hey, Mexico, going to Mexico, good. Man, enjoy yourself. I was looking at some videos last night of people leaving the United States, going to different countries, Mexico, Venezuela, you know, just living that life, man. Live it. Enjoy. I love that. Oh, I'm going to Mexico. I got to escape the police. No, don't do that. Don't escape the police. Come on, man. They gonna catch you anyway. You can't outrun law enforcement, no matter where you go. They got El Chapo. Okay, you can't. I know you're cracking the joke, but you can't run from the police. You gotta make good decisions out here. Yeah. Oh, going out of the country. Yeah, that route up there takes us out of the country because our brother to the north is Canada. So people take that road to go out of the country. Yeah, that was a good joke. But literally, and you know, the Border Patrol is no joke. If you, and speaking of Border Patrol, I have an enhanced license. So I can travel anywhere in the United States. The Virgin Islands, yeah, the Virgin Islands. So obviously, yes. And then we're trying to, you know, Midwest. We're trying to keep it moving, trying to be safe. And you can look at, we're about 75 miles an hour. Things are moving pretty good. Traffic's coming up behind me. So you always, I don't know who taught you guys to drive. And I think if you had a good instructor, and I'm a car enthusiast. I like being in cars. I like racing. Yeah, that's correct. But Canada borders across the United States. You feel me? If I was in Portland, Oregon, you know what's above that, right? If I lived in Minnesota, you know what's above that. So right now I'm just lifting my foot, trying to slow down. This curve is this is the I-94 corridor. Look at all this traffic. All three lanes, man. I'm off the gas. We're at 66 miles an hour. And speaking of directions, a lot of people don't know cardinal directions, right? You have to know cardinal directions. I-94 corridor runs east and west. I-75 runs north and south. So you need to know routes. And we'll do a tutorial on this. Oh, really? That's great. Yes, I have. And I really appreciate that. I would love to have you come on and we could do a collaboration. A lot of people make really good comments, but I'm trying to have more people come on, so I'm gonna get over one lane. I'm just really trying to stay out of the way of traffic. And that's what you see me doing, right? And this is very exhilarating. It's a little stressful. West Virginia? Okay. One of my good friends lives in West Virginia. I think it's Lynchburg. Okay. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking for some collaborators, a collaboration, you know, talking about traffic, making good decisions. Right now, we're in the right lane. We're at 58 miles an hour. So you can see the mile per hours change very fast. Is your traffic like this? Since you're from Virginia, is it worse than this? Is it easier? Excuse me. We're slowing down more. We're at 46. Here's this big traffic slowdown. Here we go. Yep. Here it is. Yep. So you always have to be aware. You could have a flat tire, no start condition. You should have some tools in your vehicle. Okay. Yeah, I get it. You know, there are a lot of opportunities out here. I'm going to be meeting with a tax consultant today to kind of look over some things. Uber and Lyft driver, that is great. Yeah, I went to Texas about 3 weeks ago, and that was my first experience with the Uber and Lyft drivers. Very interesting. I wasn't very familiar, so yes. And I know you have a lot of unique stories. Born in Texas, we shot some content in Texas. My son currently plays football down there, and he's going back this month for a UFL football tryout. And hopefully he makes the team. So he'll be, I think we're going to fly him down because it's about a 23 or 24-hour drive. So he's in law enforcement. Not sure. Do we have people panhandling here? He's a veteran. Okay, I'm gonna go real easy. Turn in real easy. And this is a crossover. Do you have these in Virginia? Because we have some really, really cold winters. So I'm stopping here. This is really dangerous here. So I'm just trying to take my time, and I'm just waiting for a gap or space. Just moving forward. I have to go across traffic, so they have the right of way over me. Most of these drivers have blinkers on, some do not. Some of you are probably saying, why does it matter? It does matter. Okay, made it. And there's a drag strip down there in Virginia. I have a complete stop. Virginia Motorsport Park, I believe. West Virginia, 2 different areas. Okay. I got it. Totally understand. Well, let's talk about this a few minutes. My credit card got declined. I had to get some cash. When you're driving, you always need to have cash. You need to have a couple credit cards, a line of credit. This is grown-up stuff. Like, I'll give you, what is this? Yes, it will be posted, what I'm doing. I'm doing more live drivings, talking about defensive driving, driving through the city, driving on I-94 corridor, staying away from trucks, getting away from larger semi-trucks coming out of the state, out of the country. And as rush hour really gets in, It is going to be the following weekend, next weekend. We drive on the weekends and sometime during the week. We're starting a new class today, and we're going to be talking about some of the information. Love the questions. But I think it's really important that you have that defensive mindset, because driving in heavy traffic in the morning is no joke. And you're going to have people who are doing 85 and 90. You're going to have people who are doing 55. You have people who have been working all night coming home. We saw a rollover accident yesterday. There was a huge police presence throughout the whole state and throughout the area. I noticed that. Unfortunately, someone was found in a drainage area, and then there's an investigation going on. And there's a lot of people who are just out here driving reckless, doing crazy stuff. And unfortunately, innocent people like you and I get hurt or get killed. So we're trying to live as long as we can. We're trying to make good decisions. But what I do notice is I see a lot of those flock license plate readers. You mentioned you're from Virginia. Do you have a lot of those? It's time for me to discuss those flock license plate readers, because a lot of law enforcement partner with this company, and they are monitoring cars. There's a lot of criminal activity. If you have a business, people are breaking in. There have been videos of people renting a U-Haul truck, not giving U-Haul a bad name, but they're renting a U-Haul truck, or they steal the car, they ram it into the business, and they steal clothes, they steal phones, they steal shoes. So that hurts the small businessman or woman, because you're trying to make your community better, but there are people who don't care. Man, there are people who don't care. And then as a result, they are killing their own selves. Same thing with driver's education. There are people in their late 20s. I've driven a woman 32, 29. There are a lot of people who want to drive, but they don't know who to talk to. They don't know where to go. So this kind of appeals, because I'm an instructor. We're going to be transitioning in to help people learn how to drive. And this is why I'm trying to get this business together, this nonprofit together. But I want to say thank you. We might go live later this morning to talk about the flock cameras. I think it'd be very interesting, and we'll find out what's going on. Speaking of driving reckless, I got sideswiped. Oh, wow. She wasn't paying attention. You are correct. Sideswipe accidents are very common. Rear-end collisions are very common. My experience with the Uber and Lyft, I went to Dallas, Texas, to the Irving Convention Center. Never used a rideshare before. I downloaded the wrong app. They thought I was the driver. So anyway, I was at the airport, and I didn't know what I was doing. So I flagged down an Uber driver. He got me there. I paid $36 from, I think it's Dallas International Airport, to where I was staying. I think that's a fair rate. Basically, I was spending about $20 a day to get back and forth from the hotel to the convention center. And it defaulted to another address, so I got charged. But also Uber Eats, I was paying $40, $35 per meal. So I spent about a third of my money on that. So I wasn't really prepared for the situation. I learned a lot of things, right? And one driver was from West Africa. He had 3 or 4 kids. One kid I don't know if it's true or not. The other driver was really nice, was telling me certain areas of Dallas he doesn't go to, certain areas he just doesn't go to because it's really violent. Another driver was very nice, but a lot of these drivers are trying to take advantage of me, and I just wasn't. So I have a mixed point of view, but I understand you got to make a living and you've got to do what you need to do. So I want to say thank you. I will be going live later. Thank you for sharing. Bye.